Chaos erupted live on The View today. Sunny Hostin completely lost her composure and stormed off the set after a fiery argument with Behar. Cameras caught every jaw-dropping reaction, and the audience was left speechless. You won't believe what triggered this explosive confrontation. It's absolute TV history. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an update. Now let's dive into what really happened. You won't believe what just happened live on The View. That's exactly what millions of viewers were saying as they witnessed a shocking scene unfold on one of daytime television's most popular shows. Sunny Hostin, usually calm, composed, and known for a sharp legal insight, suddenly stormed off the set during a heated exchange with veteran co-host Behar. What initially seemed like a standard, everyday discussion quickly escalated into a dramatic confrontation that will be remembered as one of the most intense moments in the show's history. The cameras captured every second of the unfolding drama. Viewers could see the shock on the faces of the other co-hosts. Some mouths dropped open, others tried to maintain composure. But the tension was palpable. The live audience, caught completely off guard, reacted with audible gasps and murmurs, unsure what they had just witnessed. In that split second, what should have been a routine discussion turned into a television moment that would dominate headlines, trending hashtags, and social media conversation for hours. The incident didn't happen out of nowhere. Tension had been quietly building throughout the episode, simmering under the surface like a pot about to boil over. The topic at hand was controversial, touching on a current event that had already stirred debates across social media and news platforms. As the discussion intensified, Sunny and Joy found themselves at an unexpected crossroads. Sunny, who is known for her no-nonsense approach and willingness to stand her ground, seemed increasingly frustrated. Joy, with her characteristic humor and sharp wit, delivered remarks that struck a nerve. The mix of differing perspectives, strong personalities, and the live nature of the broadcast created the perfect storm for a moment that would leave viewers stunned. It was in this heated atmosphere that Sunny's composure finally cracked. Mid-sentence, she rose from her chair, her expression a mix of frustration, disbelief, and determination. Without warning, she walked toward the edge of the set and left, leaving an atmosphere of stunned silence behind her. The abruptness of her exit added to the shock factor. For millions watching live, it felt almost surreal, like a scene from a drama series unfolding in real life. The spontaneity of live television had never been clearer than at that moment. Within minutes, social media erupted. Fans immediately took to Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, sharing clips of Sunny's dramatic departure and debating who was in the right. Hashtags like hashtag Sunny Hostin, hashtag The View Drama, and hashtag Team Sunny began trending worldwide. Thousands of viewers posted reactions expressing disbelief, excitement, and outrage, while memes and GIFs quickly flooded online platforms, capturing every facial expression and gesture from the live moment. It wasn't just a clip anymore. It had become a cultural event that everyone felt compelled to comment on. News outlets, entertainment bloggers, and talk show hosts jumped on the story almost instantly. Headlines screamed about the unexpected clash, describing it as a shocking, unmissable moment that redefined what audiences could expect from daytime television. Even casual viewers who didn't normally follow The View were suddenly talking about it, sharing the clip with friends, and speculating about what had triggered Sunny's dramatic exit. It was proof that live television, with its raw unpredictability, can create moments that feel larger than life, moments that capture the attention of the world in a way scripted content rarely can. By the end of the day, the incident had taken on a life of its own. The combination of strong personalities, heated disagreement, and live television unpredictability created a perfect storm for one of the most talked-about moments in recent media history. Sunny Hostin's walk-off wasn't just a reaction, it was a statement, an unforgettable moment that highlighted the pressures, tensions, and real emotions that make live television both thrilling and unpredictable. What started as a routine discussion on The View quickly escalated into a full-blown clash that had viewers glued to their screens. The topic that day was a controversial current event that had already divided public opinion online and in the news. On paper, it seemed like a standard segment for the show, a conversation designed to present different perspectives. But live television has a way of amplifying tension, and the combination of strong personalities on set that day created the perfect storm. Sunny Hostin, a co-host celebrated for her sharp intellect, legal expertise, and fearless opinions, was unafraid to challenge viewpoints that clashed with her own. Joy Behar, on the other hand, is known for her humor, quick wit, and sometimes biting commentary. While both women have earned the respect of millions of viewers, their contrasting styles often set the stage for lively debates. That day, however, what began as a passionate exchange quickly became a heated confrontation that nobody expected. Eyewitnesses and those watching live described the tension in the studio as almost tangible. As Joy made a remark, delivered with her usual humor but laced with sarcasm, it struck a nerve with Sunny. Viewers could see it in her expression. A flicker of surprise, followed by visible frustration. What followed was a rapid back-and-forth argument, escalating far beyond a typical disagreement. Sunny's voice grew louder, her tone sharper, and her expressions more intense, reflecting a mix of anger, disbelief, and determination. Joy, refusing to back down, responded in kind, her wit now sharpened by the growing tension. The atmosphere on set became electric, with an almost cinematic quality. The audience seemed to hold its breath, sensing that something bigger was unfolding. The tension wasn't just between the hosts, it filled the entire room. Co-hosts and crew members exchanged glances, aware that the conversation had crossed a line into uncharted territory. The usual flow of discussion and playful banter had given way to raw, unscripted emotion, creating a moment of suspense that few in television could replicate. As the argument intensified, fans at home were quick to react. Social media exploded with commentary, memes, and heated debates. Many viewers rallied behind Sunny, praising her for standing her ground and refusing to be disrespected on live television. Comments flooded describing her as fearless and unapologetically honest, while others criticized Joy, accusing her of pushing the boundaries too far and making comments that were unnecessary or insensitive. The clash quickly became more than just a debate about a news story. It became a reflection of broader societal tensions, with fans passionately taking sides. The incident also reminded everyone why The View has remained such a compelling program for decades. The show thrives on strong personalities and candid conversation, but it is precisely moments like this, raw, unfiltered, and unpredictable, that elevate from a simple talk show to a cultural phenomenon. The clash between Sunny and Joy highlighted the very human side of television, showing that even seasoned hosts can be caught off guard by emotion, and that live broadcasts are as much about real-time reactions as they are about discussing the news. By the end of the segment, it was clear that this was not just another disagreement. It was a confrontation that would define the episode. The intensity of the clash, combined with the live audience's reactions and the host's unfiltered emotions, ensured that the moment would be replayed, discussed, and dissected across social media and news outlets for days to come. It was a vivid reminder that on The View, anything can happen, and when strong opinions collide, chaos is never far behind. Then came the moment that instantly became the talk of the town, a moment that viewers are already calling one of the most unforgettable in daytime television history. Sunny Hostin, visibly frustrated, her face a mix of disbelief and determination, suddenly stood up mid-discussion. For anyone watching live, it was immediately clear this was not going to be just another disagreement. With a firm voice, she announced that she could no longer continue the conversation. And in a shocking display of raw emotion, Sunny did the unthinkable. She walked off the set. The cameras didn't miss a single detail. Millions of viewers at home watched as Sunny's stride was purposeful, her movements decisive. There was a brief moment when the other co-host froze, unsure whether to intervene or let her leave. The live audience, equally stunned, reacted with a mix of gasps, murmurs, and nervous laughter, trying to process the sudden drama unfolding before them. The energy in the studio shifted instantly, from lively discussion to stunned silence, punctuated only by the faint hum of cameras and the shuffling of crew members reacting behind the scenes. For daytime television, this was unprecedented. Sure, debates and disagreements happen regularly on shows like The View, but a co-host walking off mid-broadcast? That's almost unheard of. It was a reminder of just how unpredictable live TV can be, and how even the most seasoned personalities can reach a breaking point when emotions run high. Sunny's exit was more than a reaction. It was a statement. It showed her unwillingness to tolerate disrespect and her courage to stand by her principles, even in front of millions of viewers. As soon as the screen cut to commercial, the world outside the studio erupted. Social media went into overdrive. Clips of Sunny's dramatic departure flooded platforms like Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Within minutes, hashtags such as hashtag Team Sunny, hashtag The View Drama, and hashtag Sunny Walks Off were trending worldwide. Fans reacted in real time, sharing screenshots, memes, and video clips, and passionately debating the incident in common threads. Some praised Sunny's boldness, calling her fearless and unapologetically honest, while others speculated about the tension between her and Joy Behar, questioning what exactly was said that could provoke such a dramatic response. News outlets, entertainment websites, and talk show hosts quickly picked up the story. Headlines screamed about the unexpected confrontation, describing it as one of the most shocking live TV moments in recent memory. Analysts dissected the exit, pondering the potential fallout for the show and the relationships between co-hosts. It wasn't just a fleeting moment. It had become a viral, cultural phenomenon. Even those who didn't regularly watch The View were suddenly drawn into the drama, sharing clips and forming opinions about who was right, who overreacted, and what this meant for the future of daytime television. What made this moment even more remarkable was its unpredictability. Live TV is always a gamble, but few moments capture the raw, unscripted emotion like this one. Sunny's exit highlighted the pressures of being in front of millions of viewers every day, having to defend your beliefs, and navigating the complex dynamics of strong personalities. It was a reminder that behind the polished appearance of television, real people with real emotions are having real reactions, sometimes impulsive, sometimes unforgettable. By the time the show returned from commercial, the atmosphere had shifted. The co-host attempted to continue, but the impact of Sunny's departure lingered. Clips were already circulating, social media feeds were ablaze, and viewers were eagerly awaiting any updates. One thing was clear. Sunny Hostin's dramatic exit was not just a moment. It was a milestone in live television, a jaw-dropping instance that would be replayed, discussed, and dissected for weeks, if not months, to come. The aftermath of Sunny Hostin's dramatic walk-off was immediate, intense, and nothing short of explosive. Almost as soon as the camera stopped rolling, the story went viral, spreading across social media platforms and dominating trending topics worldwide. News outlets and entertainment blogs jumped on the incident, covering it extensively and dissecting every second of Sunny's exit. Headlines screamed about the confrontation, with some calling it a historic television moment, and others framing it as a shocking clash between two of daytime TV's most well-known personalities. Talk show hosts, comedians, and media commentators were quick to weigh in, sharing their opinions with both analysis and humor. Many praised Sunny for her courage, highlighting the difficulty of standing up for yourself in a high-pressure environment watched by millions. They describe her actions as fearless and authentic, noting that it takes immense self-confidence to express frustration publicly on live television. Clips of her exit were shared, replayed, and analyzed on air, further fueling discussions about what led to such an emotional response. Yet, not all reactions were supportive. Critics questioned whether walking off the show was the right way to handle the disagreement. Some suggested that a calmer, more measured response might have been more effective, while others accused the show of letting personal tensions overshadow professional dialogue. Across social media, the debate was fierce. Viewers argued passionately over who was right, who overreacted, and whether this incident could impact the future of The View. Interestingly, Joy Behar also responded to the situation. In a statement that struck a balance between humor and honesty, she acknowledged that emotions had run high and hinted that she and Sunny had a private conversation behind the scenes. While she didn't go into specific details, her acknowledgement suggested that the tension, while significant, might not permanently damage their relationship. This added yet another layer to the public discussion. Viewers wondered whether this clash was a temporary outburst, a long-term rift, or simply a glimpse into pressures of live television. Meanwhile, fans and critics alike took to social media in droves, turning the incident into a global conversation. Discussions ranged from heartfelt support for Sunny to criticism of Joy, with many debating whether this was an isolated conflict or indicative of deeper issues behind the scenes. Hashtags like hashtag Team Sunny, hashtag The View Drama, and hashtag Sunny versus Joy flooded platforms, allowing viewers to share opinions, memes, and viral clips. The conversation even spilled over into mainstream media, where analysts and commentators debated the incident on television segments and podcasts, showing just how deeply this single moment had resonated with the public. Beyond the personal clash, the incident sparked a broader conversation about the nature of live television. It reminded audiences that what happens on camera is real. Emotions are raw, reactions are unfiltered, and even the most seasoned professionals can be caught off guard. Fans discuss how the pressures of live broadcasting can create moments of tension, emotion, and unpredictability that scripted shows simply cannot replicate. Sunny's walk-off became a case study in how authenticity, conflict, and human emotion intersect in front of millions of viewers. Ultimately, the fallout highlighted more than just a disagreement between two co-hosts. It revealed the power of live television to generate viral moments, fuel public debate, and captivate audiences worldwide. Sunny Hostin's exit had become more than a personal statement. It had evolved into a cultural moment that prompted reflection on the realities of television, fame, and human emotion. For the audience, this wasn't just entertainment. It was a reminder that even the most polished shows are, at their heart, a reflection of real people, their real feelings, and the unpredictable dynamics that unfold when strong personalities collide. Sunny Hostin's dramatic exit from the view leaves one big question looming over the show. What does this mean for the future of daytime television? For decades, the View has thrived on strong personalities, lively debates, and moments of tension. Its unique blend of humor, opinion, and real-time discussion has kept millions of viewers engaged every day. But when a co-host walks off mid-broadcast, it challenges the very boundaries of what audiences expect from a talk show. This incident forces producers, executives, and even the hosts themselves to reconsider how conversations are moderated, how disagreements are handled, and how the pressures of live television can impact both the cast and the audience. Live television is unpredictable by nature, and moments like this underscore just how delicate the balance is between spirited debate and emotional overload. In a show that is built on strong opinions, there will always be clashes, but when emotions spill over into action, like Sunny's walk-off, it shifts the narrative entirely. Producers may now need to think carefully about the topics chosen for discussion, the pacing of debates, and the strategies used to de-escalate tension when conflict arises. It is a rare but powerful reminder that even experienced hosts are human, and live television is, at its core, unscripted and volatile. For fans, this is a moment they will not soon forget. Sunny Hostin's walk-off, while shocking, also highlighted why The View continues to be one of the most talked-about shows on television. The unpredictability, the emotional intensity, and the raw human reactions are exactly what make the show compelling. Viewers are drawn to the authenticity, the fact that what happens on screen is real and unfiltered. This incident reminded audiences that the hosts are not just personalities behind a desk. They are real people with opinions, boundaries, and emotions, navigating complex discussions in real time. The ripple effects of this moment are likely to extend far beyond just the episode itself. Media analysts, fans, and commentators will dissect Sunny's bold decision, Joy Behar's responses, and the live audience's reactions for months to come. The incident will be replayed in highlight reels, shared on social media, and used as a reference point in conversations about the challenges of live television. It is a defining moment, not just for the hosts involved, but for the show's legacy and how it approaches on-air discussions moving forward. Moreover, this moment has sparked a larger cultural conversation about accountability, respect, and professional boundaries in high-pressure environments. While the walk-off may have caused tension on set, it also sent a message about standing up for oneself, even in the public eye. Sunny's actions may inspire other hosts, journalists, and professionals to advocate for their own limits while maintaining their integrity, proving that television, like life, is often a balancing act between passion and professionalism. Ultimately, one thing is clear. This was not just another episode of The View. It was a historic, unforgettable moment that will be replayed, analyzed, and debated for years to come. Sunny Hostin's bold exit, Joy Behar's sharp commentary, and the reactions of the live audience combined to create a story that transcends television. It has become a cultural event. For viewers, this incident reinforces why they tune in every day. For the drama, the debate, and the real, human moments that make The View much more than just a talk show. This episode will forever be remembered as a turning point, one that demonstrates the power of live television, the intensity of human emotion, and the undeniable impact of personalities clashing in real time. It's a story that will continue to spark conversation, fuel debates, and remind audiences that on The View, anything can happen.